Okay. I just was sitting here thinking about some stuff, and I went, oh, okay. This is my day off, and I've just been looking for things to do. Damn it. We just had 6 inches of snow, so I'm kind of housebound. So I'm sitting here thinking about it. I just want something to do, and listening to After Midnights because, it's just something. And then I don't have anything. And I'm tired, and I'm a little bit incoherent, I think. But then I thought, okay, what is it you're worried about? My voice. I'm worried about my voice. I'm going to get here and I'm going to speak some words. That's my voice, the things that I say to you. In the more delusional parts of my life, I thought my voice had to be, I thought my voice had to be precise and accurate. And yet, what was I being accurate about? I've kind of drifted from what I wanted to say. Our voice is just an expression of our experience. We can't know anything more than what we've experienced. We can't. I mean, we can suspect, and we can extrapolate, and we can use logic and all those wonderful things to provide a probable context. But the truth is, we don't know until we know. Now, everybody grows up with their own vernacular, with their own. It's like the difference between. I grew up north, but I've lived down south a few times. And the difference in colloquial language can be confusing. When I lived in Kentucky, I worked at the truck stop, and I'm cleaning a shower stall. Very elegant work. And the guy comes in, he says, "What do you like?" And I'm thinking, well, none of it really. And it took me a while to realize that they use the word, "what do you like?" or the phrase, to mean, "what do you got left?" And it was so foreign to me. Okay, so that's the point, to say that we all have our own speech. And it's, we're similar enough to our neighbors, but even our accent, so to speak, of language is slightly different than the neighbors. So, the words we speak are the descriptions of our experience. That's simple, Fred down the road has experienced life one way, sees it one way, has maybe a predilection inside to view life a certain way, and those are his words, based off of all of that. Same with me. My life took me through a lot of science and math and technical, and I've always been quite pragmatic and practical and logical, and so a lot of my words reflect that. I like concise language because I like logic, I like predictability, I like mathematics for that very reason. 2 plus 2 in math is always 2 plus 2, no matter what your language is. But the experiences of life itself as a human being are very interpretable. So we each have our language. We each have our way of describing what it is we experienced. So the metaphors are going to be different. The ways of trying to get you to understand are going to be different than what you were raised in. But we hope that we have enough common connection in our language, that we can, excuse me, connect and then hammer out the differences in our language. Which means, by the way, when someone comes up to you and says they know better, when someone comes up to you representing some institutional religion or such, and says they know better. No. They're expressing something they experienced in language, in the best language that they have, to encapsulate what they heard. They don't know any better. They're doing their best to interpret what they heard. It's only the people who experience and then try to use their language to describe that experience that gets you closer to anything worth anything. God love the religions, although I don't believe in God. I don't know if I've said it. I don't believe in God, but I don't believe in the concept being labeled upon all that. I don't believe in the language that the word God originates from. I don't believe in that language. I do believe, I liked the way the Seth material described it the most at this point in my life, all that is. Which means that there is more in life than me. More in heaven and earth, Horatio, than is dreamt of in your philosophy. There is more in the world, in this world even, and in the other world, in all worlds, and the totality of worlds, all that is more than me, that knows more, and I'm good with that. So all the words on this planet in books have had to have been filtered through the eyes and the language of the person writing it. There are no absolutes in language here. There are only descriptions and assumptions. So, I mean, you're more than welcome to believe Fred down the road who says life is this way. And even though it may not make sense to you, you can try to understand. Or you can say, well, my language is just as important as Fred's down the road. And create your own version. Communicate it. See how many people connect with it. That's really all I had to say. Don't believe everything you read. Don't believe everything you hear. And remember, too, that you are also interpreting what you read through your language. So ask yourself then, what does that word mean to me? What does that concept mean to me? And you might better understand what you're searching for. You might better understand. Because the experience of life is within everyone. And it has its magnitudes and its dynamics, its expressions. Life really is such a wickedly cool thing from a mindset of someone who's very analytical and likes to analyze and to appreciate weirdly wonderful. So anyways, trust your own voice. Always trust your own voice. But realize that your voice is just that which you've already learned. You can't help your past sometimes. All right, anyways, we're pushing 9 minutes. So on that, have a good night.